Hello and welcome to glennzb TV for Monday, the show that puts glennzb into your virtual headset. Yes, I'm bringing New Zealand to the world, and the world. I can't get all the way around that way. To New Zealand. And look, just take a moment before you attempt your pitch invasion, alright? A drunken fan was taken to hospital the other night with a suspected broken ankle after he attempted to invade the pitch. This is the quarterfinal between New Zealand and Fiji. I'm not sure what happened in that game, what the actual result of that game was. I heard some people talking about it. It was an interesting. I'm sure New Zealand won that easily, that game. But anyway, apparently this guy tried to climb over the fence. Fell and injured himself quite seriously. It doesn't say here whether he was trying to streak or just run on. Certainly, that's your worst case scenario. You get all your clothes off and then you trip over the fence and break your leg. That's very... I mean, it's one thing being bundled up by a bunch of security guards. It's another thing having to be admitted to a hospital emergency room with no clothes on. So just take a moment, really plan it through, then go. That's all I'm saying. Speaking of walking in the wrong places, just spare a thought for the other people that your actions affect when you're going through airports. Now, the particular anxiety I'm talking about is I'm going away this Christmas. Got a bit of international travel coming up, few airports involved, few planes. Getting on planes, egressing the planes. And I was just starting to get a little bit worried, especially when I hear stories like the elderly woman who walked through an unmanned security lane at Auckland Airport, resulting in about 500 people having to be re-screened and 7 flights being disrupted. There's a lot that can go wrong. I know she didn't mean to, but just pay attention. Maybe, should we let elderly people fly at all? There's another... Just throwing that out there. Quite the atmosphere at Auckland's atrium on Elliot Food Court. When a huge food oil spill created what's being described in this article as a nauseating smell. Not quite sure. It must have been really bloody nauseating because your normal smell from a food court it's not really that appetizing to begin with. I've never walked into a food court in a shopping mall and thought to myself, fine dining. Can't wait. So I feel like there was perhaps a missed opportunity here, though, because apparently it emptied the popular dining location. People just... I feel like there would have been a lot of chips left on tables. Could have been a big opportunity to go in there and fill your boots. And finally, in Christchurch, we are about to get underway with... I know the World Scrabble Championships were being held in Kenya the other day. If you'll recall, we had some photos of that happening. The guy training on the treadmill for the Scrabble, which I still don't fully understand. Meanwhile, in Christchurch, the Senior Scrabble World Championships are getting underway. Now, they're having them at the Christchurch Bridge Club. I'm not sure what the seating capacity is for spectators at the Christchurch Bridge Club. I'm sure it's pretty big. I'm not sure whether they had to rebuild that after the earthquake, that stadium. Anyway, I'm not sure what happened to the Christchurch Scrabble Club. Why the Scrabble Championships have to happen at the Bridge Club. But the point is, I have played Scrabble with seniors. And there's a certain amount of, what should we call this, local rules come into play. I've had them just look through the dictionary, leading up to their turn, looking for some options. Just putting down... We really need to come to some sort of agreement about the two-letter words that nobody's ever heard of. You know, people putting down chi, for example, even though they've never ever used it before and don't really... I think if you don't know what it means, you shouldn't be allowed to put it down. Because it can cause conflict. Don't you think that's fair enough? Everybody has their own Scrabble. I'm just saying, you get a lot of seniors in a room fighting over Scrabble rules. It could get ugly. Could actually be fun to watch. Maybe they need to move to a bigger location. Now that I've given all this free publicity on glennzb TV, of course. Thank you for joining me in your virtual headset. I'm sure I've got plenty of seniors watching. Get down to the Christchurch Bridge Hall for that Senior Scrabble World Championship, and I will see you back here again tomorrow for more.